goddess Demeter.
After my daughter Corey disappeared, I left this mountaintop. Wandered the earth in search. For naught, of course. It was a necessary journey, I suppose. May yours fare better.
Can't remember something out loud.
The Lady Demeter still prattles on about her missing girls, Agrius.
Something on the top of that
But I
rock.
want you to understand something, all right? She's gone. We all have grieved. Perhaps Demeter shall finally accept what has occurred, and we can move forward, having grown stronger as a family.
Been waiting long?
It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then. That witch. Tell me how much she knows.
She lost her daughter, who's my mother, but Demeter thinks I'm Nyx's son, and... What have you done, Father? This everlasting winter, it's her doing, isn't it? Freezing mortals to death. Why don't you stop this?
The two of you know nothing then, it seems. Keep it that way, especially with her, lest you risk everything, you understand? The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. Darkness.
This again.
Why you? Darkness. Darkness. I think not.
I'm out.
Darkness. Heed me, wretches, on my authority. Darkness.
I'm empty.
Truly. Darkness.
There.
Enough of this. more of this from you. Enough of you.
Reap what you sow.
Then go. See what awaits you in this realm. Blast.
Got you. Quick as a flash that time.
Zagreus, you're back.
It's only me.
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. And the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
But you are the queen. Yeah, you are the queen.
Hey, you look like you could use some sleep.
You're bound to my domain, boy.
Question for you, Father. The name Kore happen to mean anything to you by any chance?
What? Where did you... Ah, the cold witch brought it up, did she? Never repeat that name again. Not here, nor anywhere, you hear me, boy? Know only this. The one called by that name despised it even more than I.
So let's see. Demeter's daughter went missing. She wound up down here. I happened. Mother left. Demeter and everyone else on Olympus apparently has no idea. Is that about right? Tell me what happened.
I'll tell you nothing. Keep meddling in matters that you cannot understand, and you'll incur the wrath of Olympus on all that you hold dear. And know that it is not for my sake that I'm warning you.
You can't hide the truth forever.
At last.
Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think. And he knows that he was better with her than without.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings. But it sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
She did she?